Good morning. It is the 4th of May, 10:30, sitting on the balcony here. Weather's beautiful. Pool season. It's May already. We're 4 months into the year. I can't even fathom that. But yeah, once again, as always, I'll keep consistent with these videos, and the last one was 4 weeks ago. Obviously, we did drop a vlog in between, but yeah, these updates have been kind of getting a bit more inconsistent. So yeah, that's on me. Going to try and tweak up on that. But yeah, need to update, run through what has happened in April since we hit our big 100K month and our big push that we had to hit that 100K month, and what's happened overall. So yeah, pretty much I'm still alive, still healthy. It's not all just about money and business and revenue and everything like that. Traveled back to Ireland, had a nice April, and yeah, overall April was a learning curve, is what I will say. So our revenue did drop by about 20% last month, um, and it was a real learning curve month. And I kind of, no, I'm not saying I expected it to happen because I didn't, but I like to kind of say you don't know what you don't know. So there was a lot of things we learned in April that we didn't know, and you're not aware of until you go through them. For example, one of them being that to hit our 100K month in March, we had completely flushed our pipeline. What that means when you flush your pipeline is you essentially close everybody that is in that pipeline that is actually available to be closed, if that makes sense. So, like coming to the end of March when we hit that 100K month, it was a push. It was calling everybody that was in our pipeline. So in our pipeline, for anyone that doesn't know, means potential customer, someone that's had a call, shown their interest, said they may push ahead. We were pushing all of those to close in order for us to hit that 100K. And we made a huge push the last few days to do so. What happened was, with that urgency we had, great, we hit 100, but we came into the next month with no pipeline. So we had very little people for April that were teed up and showing interest and ready to go. So we were already coming in at a disadvantage to keep in mind. So that was one of the main reasons as well. Outside of that, we also ran into a lot of issues marketing wise with our paid ads. Our costs went through the roof, and we had to try and fix that. We also went into new industries with paid ads, and that went horrendous. End of it just went horrendous, but you don't know what you don't know. We had to learn that. And on the flip side with that, from a sales perspective, it was just a very poor month sales wise. Things weren't closing, deals were getting pushed out in the pipeline. We have a big pipeline built up now. I'm really expecting a lot this month, from last month, but overall this month, very poor. We're talking 2 to 3x ROAS, from the month, if even. So yeah, obviously when you look directly based on the month, the way I look at it is we spent 8,000 euros or something in April. We closed X. I ignore everything that carried over from the previous months. So meaning, for example, if we spent 8,000 in March, let's say, we generated a new lead, and that lead was generated in March but closed in April. I ignore that because I'm just looking at our direct ROAS from that month, what landed in April and what we closed in April. And sorry if I'm speaking gibberish to anyone that doesn't really understand this, but yeah, so that's kind of allows us to be very conservative with our cash collect. And that's something I'm trying to get a lot better at, is financial modeling and forecasting and understanding our numbers, because it's the only way we're going to scale. But yeah, so they're the issues we run into from a marketing and sales perspective that kept us from growing. We figured out a lot, but we had to figure it out to be able to position ourselves now. Outside of that, fulfillment wise, we got extremely overwhelmed. We were way too understaffed. We hired, people left. That was a hectic few weeks. It really was. And we're trying to recoup and recover around all of that. So yeah, a lot of work is being done there, needs to be done there. But once again, we acquired so fast and we didn't prepare ourselves. So that is a huge learning curve. But we're figuring it out. End of. But yeah, as I said, it's a learning curve. You don't know what you don't know. And one thing I've always realized is, like, you pay people who have gone through this if you don't know. That's what coaching and mentorship is for, the right ones now. I'm not talking about the bullshit scammy things, but if you're looking to get started with something, building an agency, and you've never done it before, Don't go out and do it on your own. Like, pay someone who's done it already and has gone through those steps to save yourself 3 months of making the same problems. For someone like me at 100K a month or 6 figures a month, I want to get to 500,000 a month. I'm going to pay someone that's gone from 6 figures a month to 500,000 a month, who's gone through the problems that hasn't had them. Ta-da! Very fucking simple when you think about it. Like, it really fucking is. People overcomplicate this. It's like, there are certain steps, do the fucking steps, follow these things, and just do it. And you just pay someone, listen to them, implement. Like, this shit is easy when you actually deep it, you actually think about it. So that's our next thing. Is my next thing is like, who can I pay? I'm already speaking with people, but who can I pay that's done this? Figure it out, get to the next stage. Keep things simple. But yeah, so what are we working on now? Pretty much, we ended last month. I was fucking furious with the outcome of the month and everything that went wrong, and so was the whole team. Um, so now we're just 10xing, and we're all pissed, like genuinely pissed. Um, so I've spent pretty much the whole weekend what I'm calling building the machine. So we're building a marketing machine that is going to allow us to absolutely print cash, print meetings completely. It's so fun to do. I really love it. Like, I spent 6 hours yesterday, and I'm not talking about, no, I did. I spent 6 hours from like 6 to 12 p.m. just in the room, lights off, and just hammering away and just building this machine. And like, it was the most fun I've had all week. No distractions, no emails, no one calling me. Do not disturb my phone. I'm just building the machine. Okay, so sorry, I'm yapping. What does building the machine mean? We acquire customers from ads and email primarily, and referrals. There are 3 acquisition channels. Keep in mind, in April we had 0 acquisition from email. 0, which is another reason for the downfall in the month. I am trying to build a machine that runs itself, an automated sales and marketing machine. Because right now I'm a bottleneck in the business, because in paid ads, in cold email, in referrals, I am still a huge tie to that. And as long as I'm a tie to that, we are always going to have decision fatigue, and it's going to be slower to take action. We're going to be slow to get to the next stage. So I need to build a machine that removes me, that empowers others to take the actions needed, where I can just sign off on executive decisions related to budgets. For example, we need to scale here. This is going to cost X. Can we spend this? Yes, go ahead. And we built this on the fulfillment side with Valentine, COO. He comes to me, this is what it's going to cost, this is what we need, and I trust him wholly in those decisions, and we action on it. So we need to build that same process into the sales and marketing aspect. So building our machine, going after our primary industry, what we're planning on doing is ads, email, SMS, LinkedIn, whale hunting / cold calling, and they're the 5. Outside of that, we are still going to be testing in different industries, because one thing we're unsure of right now is our level of frequency within our main industry, because we don't know how flushed we are in that pipeline or in that industry. That's why we're going after all of these different channels, because we are the kings in that industry and we want to hit everybody possible. If they haven't seen our ad, they are going to see our email. If they haven't seen our email or our ad, they're going to get a phone call from us. And that's why we're having these multiple channels. Those 5 channels are primarily going to be in our main industry. And then outside of that, we are still going to running and pushing 30% of our efforts towards other industries, because we don't want to turn around and realize we've flushed ourselves in X industry and that now we need to go back to the drawing board and start testing all these new industries. We want to be able to quickly take 70% on the main. If we realize we're getting capped out here and we have 30% here, take those percentages in here and continue pushing and scaling forward so we have no delays. So that is what we are doing. And in those other industries, we're going to be running ads, and we are going to be running cold email and SMS maybe as well. So that's what we're doing. We're building a machine. And I'm trying to get crystal clear on every single step and task that would be needed on a daily basis, a weekly basis, to see exactly where I would be involved. And if I am involved and I will be involved in decision fatigue, I'm removing myself, I'm hiring other people, I'm training people on how to do it, and removing myself. Not to be lazy, and this is the thing people forget, not to be lazy, not to not do the work, but to grow the fucking company. Because if the CEO and the founder is tied and it has to be involved in every single decision, there's complete decision fatigue and things don't move fast enough. You need to empower other people to be able to take the action steps needed. So that's how we're building the machine. And our primary focus for me is we're going to hit 150K this month. But we're building this machine, and this machine is going to take us to 200, 300, 400, 500. And I've really had like a realization yesterday how easy this shit is. If I can do this once, I can do this in any B2B business I want to grow. So, yeah, that's building the machine. And I'm excited to see how it comes together. Like, it literally just, I want it to be a masterpiece. It's going to be my prodigy, or whatever you call it. It's going to be my Mona Lisa. I don't know. It's that machine is going to be something I'm going to be built, and I can retire my fucking family off it. I'm going to build this machine and call it, give it a name or something like fucking. They're going to talk about it in history. It's going to be that good. So yeah. Outside of that, hiring for fulfillment, 5 ISAs and STRs coming on in that part. So yeah, that's a big step up because we completely underestimated what we needed fulfillment wise, so we can make the product even 10 times better. I'm going to Dubai tomorrow for 10 days, which I cannot wait. I've wanted to go for so long. So that's that. Parents and Granny are coming out to Marbella on the 15th of May. And we're in summer. The weather's back, it's 25, 26. Things are going fast. I think I spent the first like 2.5 months just literally working. Like nothing was going on. There was no trips, there was no nothing. And then we did the Rome trip. And now things are getting a bit busier. There's life starting to happen and it feels great. Obviously, business is still growing. We have to keep growing and scaling, but it feels like a lot more is happening now. Parents coming out, going to Dubai, summer's here, going on this trip, going on that trip. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the summer and everything to come, what's to come in the future, everything like that. But yeah, so that's where we're at for May so far. It is God, I love making these videos and just shit talking, but it's the 4th of May, 31 days in the month. We have to do 150K this month. Going to be some serious problems. So yeah, stay tuned, stay excited. Try and keep these a bit more consistent. Maybe one from Dubai. You never know. Habibi. We'll see. And yeah, we'll rock and roll from there. Appreciate you watching. And that's all really. Ciao.